The Chicago Bears are coming off a season where the expectations were high, but the results were low. The Bears ended the 2024-25 season with a record of 5-12 and left fans questioning the future of the Chicago Bears. In today's video, we will give our expectations for the Chicago Bears and what record they will finish with in the 2025-26 season. What's going on, guys? Welcome into Sports Freaks Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Cummings. To my right is Ryan Mooney, and to my left is Marcos Martinez. And today we are doing one of our favorite videos that I like to do on the channel is Chicago Bears schedule predictions. A preseason game, I think we had the Chiefs, the Bills, and I forgot what somebody else
Dolphins,
was.
maybe?
Dolphins, something like that. Before we get into this video, I told Ryan this, but for the median for rookie head coaches in their first year is 7 wins. Marcos, what are your thoughts on that before we get into the...
That's like league average for like a new head coach.
Yeah.
Like this is for like a new head coach or a new
Yeah.
team, new everything. If that's the average, I think they're underestimating our guy Ben Johnson. In my eyes, I think Ben Johnson. The mic's a little off. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll speak up for y'all. But yeah, Ben Johnson, I think he's being underestimated.
It's all right.
My cellular device, my bad. But yeah, I think Ben Johnson's being underestimated a lot. Considering what he did for the Lions, he pretty much just revamped that whole offense within like a season. It felt like.
Yeah.
So I think they're underestimating it. I think his odds are way higher than my eyes. I think he'll get easily more than 10 wins.
Yeah, I don't think he's your average head coach. I can see him doing, higher than that average very easily.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, week 1 is the regular season debut of Minnesota Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy. It'll be Bears versus Vikings Monday night, week 1. I'm going to start with Ryan Mooney.
We're away that game, right? Or
we're home.
Oh, we're home. You just want me to talk about what I think the prediction will be?
Yeah, like win or loss.
Since we're home, I think if we were away, it'd be a little different. But starting home that first week, I can see us playing very well. I think that we're going to get off on a good foot. Already from what I've seen on social media, like, the Bears Instagram, stuff like that, and stuff I've heard from reports, there's a lot of good vibes in the locker room, which is great. And I don't see any reason why we would lose this game. JJ has never played a NFL snap outside of the preseason. I don't know if he's really going to be able to pull off that win in his first ever real NFL game. Because that's the thing with rookie quarterbacks. I mean, you got to think of this guy. He is a rookie, basically. And the last quarterback before Caleb to win their first ever game was like David Carr, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that JJ is going to be able to pull it off. He doesn't. I mean, they did revamp their offensive line, but I don't see that being much of an issue for us. He's got some great playmakers around him, but I don't think that there's any way that we lose this game. I can see us coming out easily with a win.
All right, so I'm ahead to me now. I think the Bears do start off with an L here. The Vikings have not lost in Chicago since 2019. That's one of my biggest stats. Also, the Bears do have a tendency to where they hype themselves up so much that they drop the first 2-3 games. So with that being said, I do think that we do start off with a L to begin. Marcos Martinez.
Bro, at this point, with them being a fan of the Bears, I'm expecting. I'm like ready for full blown disappointment. I really am, but I'm still gonna be delusional. But come on, week one against Minnesota, like what Ryan said, JJ first NFL snaps. If usually quarterbacks under the first snaps, like you said, lose. And you said lost because Minnesota hasn't lost in Chicago against 2019. That ain't really saying much. Can we, like, if you remember the teams we was sending out there, if you really look at it,
it does say a lot. I just But
I think this team on paper is significantly better than what they were last year.
Oh yeah, last year.
Last year.
Yeah, I also just think that Minnesota, I feel like they just have the more developed players You know, the quarterback, we don't know yet, but they have Aaron Jones as a solid running back. Justin Jefferson, probably arguably the best receiver in the league. I don't know Jamar Chase kind of took that role, but they got Jordan Addison. They have Hawkinson. Kevin O'Connell, to me, is a really good head coach, just in my opinion. He's terrible in the postseason, but he's a great coach in the regular season. You saw what he did with Sam Darnold. That's why I'm saying I think the Vikings do pull it off.
The thing for me, though, is JJ hasn't played a snap of organized football since the preseason last year.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
NFL football too.
All right.
This ain't college either.
Yeah, I don't think that he'll be able to just quick turn it around and get a win, especially against a defense like ours. Just no discrediting to the Vikings playmakers. They got some great guys. But I don't know if he'll be able to get the passing game going in his very first ever game. Aaron Jones, though, I don't know how good he's going to be this next year. He's aging, and as we know, running backs significantly decline as they age. But like I said, I don't see any way we lose this game.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't see a loss either in week 1. So
All right.
Something I want to mention is last year with Eberflus as our head coach, we went 4-2 the first 6 weeks of the season, which looking back seems incredible. And I think that we can do that same exact thing. Our schedule right now is harder than it was last year.
Yeah, you have the Titans in there.
Yeah, you had the Titans, but
Rams were injured.
Yeah, I think that we're still going to be able to replicate that fairly well and start off the season well.
All right. So week 2 in Detroit, Ben Johnson, possible revenge game. Ryan Mooney.
Yeah, this is a loss. I mean, there's no way around it. It's too early into the season. I don't know if it'll be a blowout, like the first matchup between. Wait, did we get blown out the first matchup or
no?
The Lions and Bears last year?
No. That was the Thanksgiving game. That was the game where Eberflus
we played real good that game.
That was the game where Eberflus didn't call a timeout.
Yeah, we were a timeout away from beating the Lions.
I remember that game.
Now that I think about that, that's kind of crazy that we were that close.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any way that we're able to beat Detroit. Detroit is great.
The better team, the more developed team, better coach team.
Yeah. I mean, they have lost their play caller. Obviously, he's our head coach now.
I do think Detroit does take a step down this year. I think they're still going to be a relatively good team. They're still going to make the playoffs. I think they had 14 wins last year. I think they get 12. I think 12 is a reasonable number for the Detroit Lions. Now, I'm going to agree with Ryan. I do think the Bears dropped to 0-2 to begin the year in Detroit. Like you said, I think Detroit's just the better team moving forward. And then Marcos.
Not gonna lie, I think it will be competitive, but I don't see the Bears losing the first matchup against Detroit. But I also looking at things like, Ben Johnson was their play caller. He's our head coach now. You gotta see how their offense thrives without him. Is it Jared Goff? Was Jared Goff really that guy? So we gotta see how the offense performs against us as well, especially without Ben Johnson and Aiden Hutchinson. Will he be the same? Will he be the same guy as well? Because he was a really big threat on that Detroit D line. So but their defense is solid all around. But him specifically, like a lot of teams' game plans were really on Hutch.
Are you calling this a loss or?
Yeah, I'm calling it a loss, but for the first matchup though. But I'm just saying it's going to be competitive.
Yeah, that's a real good point. I agree with.
You're going to see the improvements on the Bears side. You're going to see where the Lions kind of like step down. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
but it's still a loss for the Bears.
All right, Week 3, America's game of the week is the Chicago Bears versus Dallas Cowboys in Soldier Field. Ryan Mooney.
We're whooping them. We're giving them a belt.
Wow. My friend Tucker, if you're watching this, me and you discussed this. It was a coin flip. Ryan, you said we're whooping them. I'll start with you. Continue.
I mean, I don't think they can really stop our offense after 2 weeks of going up against Brian Flores. Was Brian Flores still the DC of the Vikings, or did he move?
I think
he was. I think he was the Vikings DC, but then he moved.
Where'd he go to?
He went to the Jets, I think.
No, that was Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn from the Lions went to the Jets. I think Brian Flores. I think 2 straight weeks of us going up against gritty defenses like the Vikings and the Lions is going to prepare us really well, especially because I don't think the Cowboys really have any threats except for Micah Parsons. They do have their great cornerback duo, Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, but they're both coming off injured seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, Trayvon ACL, I think it was ACL.
Yeah,
and then
ACL. Duran, I think, had a
Duran
hamstring, maybe.
I think so. Something with a leg, something leg injury, and keep going.
But I don't think there's any way that they're going to be able to put up more points than we are. I think we're going to be able to, get out early, build this nice lead, and I think our defense is going to hold strong. I expect it to be a decently high-scoring game, not anything crazy, but I just think it comes down to us scoring more than them. Our defense isn't going to, shut them out, but I originally started saying, now that I think about it more, I'm thinking it's going to be less of a blowout by us. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I just think we're going to win by
10 points.
maybe two scores.
Okay, yeah.
Any more than that, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful, honestly.
I think that this is going to be a coin flip game. It would not surprise me if the Bears win this game. Again, it's just that all that hype, all that, and then they're going to drop the first 3 games. It's just a typical Chicago Bears thing to do. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bears do win this game. I am going to still take the Cowboys in this victory. So the Bears for me will start 0-3. Ryan, you have them at 2-1. Marcos.
Not gonna lie, I want to know who you think the Cowboys got, cause the Cowboys, I ain't nervous at all. This is gonna be one of my many BTA
We're gonna have to make that into a short and keep the receipt once.
I ain't scared of the Cowboys.
They don't have a run game.
They have no run game.
They have no run game.
Dak's not that guy. We've been noticed that. Caleb is that guy. This is gonna be my first of many BTA picks for the season. BTA meaning belt to donkey.
Belt to donkey's insane.
My bad. I ain't really going to curse.
Right, we got the mic up.
But yeah, we got the mic up. It's fixed now. Y'all
My
can hear
fault.
me now. Oh, you good? But yeah, one of my many BTA picks. This is BTA.
Wow, you think a
Yes,
BTA
yes,
pick?
BTA.
Should we make a Marcos?
Yes,
Marcos.
yes. This is one of Marcos's first of many BTA picks for the Bears this season. BTA Cowboys. I ain't worried about y'all, man. I ain't worried about
surprised me at all.
So both Ryan and Marcos start 2-1. Now we head into we go into Las Vegas against the Raiders. A lot of people think the Raiders are going to be a sneaky team here, but I'll start with you, Ryan.
No, I mean, if we can stop Gene T, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Like, Geno, who's he going to throw to, even if he, does manage to throw? I mean, he's got, Jacoby Meyer. Oh, Brock Bowers, crap. He's got Brock Bowers
Brock,
and
but,
Gene T. But other than that, if we can slow down the run game, which I think we should be able to do, we picked up great run stoppers like Grady Jarrett, and we got Andrew Billings back. Those are some big dudes. Those are going to, stop that gap from opening up.
Jaquan Brisker, have you heard anything on him? I have not heard any reports on Jaquan Brisker.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, right? Because we haven't heard that he's, had any setbacks in his injury. I'm assuming that he's coming back fine. I really hope he does, because he is an amazing safety.
I think Jaquan will be fine. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for my take, I do think the Bears will get their first win against the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are not a very good team. They don't. I mean, Derek Carr. Forget that's the Saints.
Yeah.
He's
retired too now.
Yeah, they're retired. Who's their quarterback?
Geno Smith, the Raiders.
Oh, that's really true. Yeah, I think the Bears defense is going to have a day. I think the offense is going to have a day, and hopefully, the Bears will get their first win to make it 1-3 for me. Ryan, you're 3-1, and now we head to Marcos Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back BTA. This is I ain't worried about the
back-to-back BTA.
Bro.
Okay,
belt to behind, bro. I ain't worried about the Raiders.
To behind.
I don't even gotta speak much on the Raiders.
Raiders, I do understand, because Raiders don't necessarily have much talent.
What they got on defense, bro?
Nothing. I was about to say no defense.
They don't have a defense.
You seen our offense on paper this season. Mm-hmm. We have O-line now.
We do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have O-line now. Caleb Williams got time. With Caleb Williams with time, now he got time in the pocket. It's gonna be so fun to watch. I'm just saying, bro. BTA Vegas, I ain't worried about y'all. Ashton Genty, I love you, bro, but I ain't worried about you, bro.
I love Genty. I really wish he'd fell to 10 or we traded up, but I'm happy with Loveland.
Hey, Colston, you finna ball out, boy.
Yeah.
Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland. Yeah, I ain't worried about Vegas. Bro.
All right,
BTA.
and now we head into our bye week, very early bye week 5. I think that's just kind of a killer for the Bears, because they got to play 13 straight games.
Yeah,
and after that, so you guys have you two both have them at 3-1. I have them at 1-3. Coming out of the bye week, they do face Washington on Monday night. So this game, I know, Ryan, you were saying that hey, the Bears are coming in here, they're going to be angry, which that wouldn't surprise me. But would it also surprise you? This could be a Bo Nix thing, but do you think Daniels does have that sophomore year slump?
Nah, I think Jaden too nice, bro.
Okay.
Jaden's
Yeah.
nice. Jaden
Yeah,
was
especially after
nice.
getting an improved line and Debo.
Yeah.
Like,
What Debo's?
Debo, well,
We saying how old is Debo?
29.
He's not even 30 yet. We gotta give him. Like,
Yeah, but he isn't the same, man.
he ain't the same, but he ain't a scrub. Either.
I think
he's still
he's going to have a new role.
because
And-
Terry McLaurin's gonna get the touches.
Exactly. He's
So
going to be able to
Debo's
go
just
back
there.
to the original
And
role Debo had
who's their running back? Robinson.
yeah, Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
All right, so
They still have Austin Eckler.
predictions, Mooney.
I want to touch on the bye week because I think if the Bears go Patrick's route, I think the bye week is actually something really good for us. It gives us a chance to reset, recuperate. For me and Marcos, like if the Bears go our route, 3-1, I think that it can slow us down a lot, take away a lot of momentum, which this game is going to be really pivotal, just as it was last season. If we can win this game, that's going to set the fire right back, and we're going to be able to continue winning games after that, get the momentum.
Agreed. All right. Do you think a win or loss?
This one is tough. It's honestly a coin flip for me. I can see it going either way. But I can't count out the Bears against these guys. I mean, you saw how dejected our whole team was after that game. You saw how much it pissed them off. But I think that we're going to go. It's at Washington, right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to go into Washington, and we're going to come in there with a fire, and we're going to kick some butt.
Right.
Caleb's going to be playing with the fire. I mean, he's living in the shadow of the guy picked after him right now. So I can see him going there and balling out and really performing well. And I give us that win, although I don't think it's going to be as simple as that. It's going to be a tight game, in my opinion.
Okay, I have the Bears sadly at a L here again. Just Washington is just the better team. It's another Monday night, which equals Bears don't perform well on the bright lights. The last time the Bears won a primetime game was against the Minnesota Vikings. That was a game where we scored all field goals. That was in Minnesota. Again, the Washington just the better team overall. Better coach team. Marcos.
So, no BTA for this game. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front. They're gonna come in this game knowing what happened last year. We was on the wrong side of a Hail Mary. That's gonna fuel them. That's gonna fuel them tremendously. They're gonna come in hot and ready, bro. They're gonna come out hot and ready. But Jane is one of those QBs that's gonna keep his team in the game as well. So it's gonna be a fun game to watch in my opinion. But yeah, I think we'll have the edge over them this time. I think it's a win.
You think it's a win?
Yeah, I think it's a win.
All right, so you both have a 4-1. Now we head to the Saints in Chicago. Ryan, yeah.
I don't see him winning. I don't see the Saints winning a single game. Like,
whoa!
they're starting.
Wait, we're gonna have to put that. Is that a hot take or is that?
I ain't gonna lie. They get lucky. They win 2 games. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe just because they're in the NFC South, but like.
Whoa!
Their starting quarterback is like Jake Heiner and then Tyler
Spencer
Shaw.
Rattler, Tyler Shaw.
Yeah, that is like an atrocious quarterback.
Y'all could have had Shador. Y'all could have had Shador. Like, come on, bro. Y'all don't want to win. Y'all clearly don't want to win.
They're tanking for Arch next year.
Whatever, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have anything to say.
So
we win the game.
So you have them as a win. Okay.
Being a Bears fan, 5-1 to start a season sounds like absurd to me, but I mean,
yeah, that's how it looks.
Honestly,
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
the end of our schedule, I feel like is where it really gets tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, I'll sit in the middle. I also have the Bears at a win for me to improve to 2-1. So right now you're 5-1. I said 2-1. 2-4. So Marcos, is this in there?
This is straight BTA. Oh my God, New Orleans, you guys are garbage this season. Oh my gosh. I'm not even watch that game. I'm just be like, oh, we blew them out by 50. Cool. Like I'm BTA, bro.
Okay, so
BTA.
Both at 5-2.
Looking like Miami versus Denver that one year.
All right, so this is where the schedule does get a little tougher. We do travel out to Baltimore, Lamar Jackson.
Oh God.
Yes,
Okay.
so that will not be a BTA. That will be possibly a reverse BTA.
Yeah, let me speak on this first game.
Okay, okay. We can start with you. We can go with Ryan first.
Let me speak on this, bro. We're playing against the MVP, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers still, and Mark Andrews. They're still a solid team. I don't think
DeAndre Hopkins too.
Well, come on now. Come on.
Are you really gonna say that about DeAndre?
Yes.
He's still a great
Celtic
receiver.
Shaq? Yeah. Yeah. DeAndre. Oh my God. I'm terrified. I'm scared.
You're not at all scared of DeAndre Hopkins.
No, I'm not terrified of DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, I wouldn't say that he doesn't add any value.
Okay, I'm not saying yeah. Okay, let me chill. Let me D-Hop. I love you, bro.
there
But
you
like,
go.
let me chill on
there you
D.
go.
Let me chill on
That's
D-Hop. But
better.
like, I ain't too worried about him. Like we
Okay.
don't like I ain't worried about. I ain't too worried about him. But I ain't saying we winning either.
Okay.
I think it'll be a fun game. But I think the Ravens gonna
5
beat
and
us
2.
game.
So 5 and 2. All right. I'll go to me. I sadly do have him as a loss. Put me at 2 and 5. Lamar Jackson, obviously, was he MVP or was it?
Yeah, he was.
Bro,
the
Josh
MVP.
Allen- Josh
Oh wait, no,
Allen's
Josh Allen was
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah, just Josh-
Lamar-
Should have been MVP. Should have been MVP.
Yeah.
My
I
bad.
mean, voter fatigue is a horrible
Jackson
thing.
is a remarkable player. This is in Baltimore. Last time we did play the Ravens, it was close, but that was
Speaking of
against
hey,
Teddy Bridgewater.
prayers up for Josh Allen. If you saw Sinners, prayers up for Josh Allen.
All right.
Super Bowl, Josh Allen. I ain't gonna lie.
Bills are winning a Super Bowl.
Bills are winning the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna
They're
lie.
gonna get there and lose again.
All right.
As good as I think our run and pass defense are, Lamar
Yeah,
and
Lamar's
Henry
just
are
amazing.
combining for 450 yards. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Lamar.
we can't stop them.
Okay.
There's nothing to it.
All right, and then we travel to Cincinnati. I'm gonna go back to you, Marcos.
I ain't gonna lie, my boy RJ from college. He a Bengals fan, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. We got y'all on this one.
Okay.
And we ain't worried. I ain't worried about the Bengals too much, specifically on their defensive side. I don't think they got too much to offer.
Well, they do have Trey Hendrickson.
They do, but in terms of like, who's guarding Rome, DJ, Luther, Colston, Komet, like who's guarding all of them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
not a lot.
I think our offense overpowers their defense. So
Okay.
I got us beating the Bengals.
So you're at 6 and 2. I will also agree with you. I think that we do come out with the win. I do think Joe Burrow will give us a little bit of a challenge. Like I will say, Jalen Johnson versus Jamar Chase. I am a little excited for that.
That
But-
might be lit. That's gonna be lit.
Yeah. So I have the Bears at 3 and 5. Right.
I don't remember the last time the Bears played the Bengals.
We actually went to that game.
we did. Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
What year was that?
That was Fields when Dalton got hurt and then Fields came in.
Basically, his
And
home debut.
Roquan Smith had a pick six. It was
It
2021.
was Justin Fields'
2021.
rookie year, second
Okay.
game.
Okay. That was that Jalen Johnson's rookie year? Or no?
Yes.
That
no,
was.
no, that was
Second
year
year?
2. Year 2.
Yeah, year 2. Okay,
That's
you got
right.
it.
This one, I feel like it's gonna be close, like really close. Because those three guys in Cincinnati, those are bad men. Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, am I stupid? Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
T. Higgins,
I had
yeah.
brain fart. Yeah, Jamar Chase. Those three guys are scary, and
If you got those three, I think they'll be solid in each game they play.
Yeah.
So
plus the running back. What's his name? Sidney Brown, I think.
Yeah.
Or Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
Illinois legend, my guy.
Yeah,
Chase
Sidney's
Brown,
his brother.
yeah.
Chase
All right.
Brown he's coming out. I think it's gonna be a very close loss for the Bears. I can't lie.
Close loss.
Oh.
Okay.
I think the Bengals are gonna be decent. I mean,
Shoot, I mean, it's really offense and offense. They're going band for band with offense. in this
Yeah.
game, in
Okay.
my eyes.
Yeah.
the Bengals obviously knew that their defense was the main problem. The only thing they did for the offense was re-sign the guys they already had.
And like they
So
got
this-
like a
yeah.
couple O lines and
Yeah.
O linemen in the late round, so they
Yeah.
I guess help the O line at all. But I still don't think Joe's going to be able to breathe much
All right.
compared to our D line. So
I-
that's why I said it was a loss.
I think that this
for
whole
them.
offseason, they've been focusing on their defense. I'm not saying they're going to be a good defense, but I think they're going to be better than last year. I can see us having a very close loss, a heartbreaking loss. I can see it.
Heartbreaking loss.
Joe Burrow, last minute touchdown.
It's
lose
those
again.
losses that I hate those types of losses.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
I
especially-
can see it though. I can see it. Like I see what you're talking about exactly. So
Yeah.
Especially
I
the
feel like we
defense
got the edge.
after that Ravens game, getting beat by the Ravens. I think
Yeah.
that our defense going to have a little bit of a a mental block in there.
All
So
right.
I can see us losing this one.
So Ryan, you're at 5-3. I'm at 3-5. Marcos, you're at 6-2. And now we head back to Chicago against the New York Giants.
Let me
Week
start.
10. Okay, Ryan will start.
Go ahead, bro.
This is where we get the momentum back from losing to the Ravens and the
Bengals.
Yeah, Ravens and the
Ravens,
Bengals.
yep.
We're getting the momentum back. Like,
Okay.
yeah, their defense can be really good, but I mean, you've got 3 edge rushers. Where are you gonna put the third guy? Their secondary.
You double up neighbors and you're good.
Yeah, I mean, nothing on offense. Nothing on offense except for Neighbors scares me. Jackson Dart, I think he could be a good quarterback, but I don't know if he'll be that guy his rookie year. I don't even know if he'll play this early in the season his rookie year. But
All right.
yeah, we're whooping him.
All
like
right.
Nothing to it.
I also had this as a blowout win for the Bears. Giants don't have much talent on the offense. And they signed Russell Wilson recently. I do have as a win to move to 4-5.
Yeah. BTA, New York. Oh my. Nah. I ain't worried about y'all.
7-2 for Marcos Martinez.
Jackson. No fear in my heart. And Cummings, when we go back to edit this, bro, I need to see my face photoshopped on someone holding a belt. Because that's gonna be my BTA graphic now. BTA against New York. I ain't worried about them boys at all. I don't even gotta say much about them. I ain't worried about New York.
All right, and now this is where does get a little bit harder, as you said, Brian. We travel to Minnesota. I'll start with you, Ryan.
This is really where a lot of the picks get tough to decide because the Vikings have had a whole 9-10 weeks to develop and for JJ to become not a season, but he's got experience. He's going to be good. He was good in college. He's going to be good in the NFL. This one is tough, especially away. I mean, that stadium gets loud.
It does get loud.
Oh my gosh. This one's super tough. If I could right now, I'd flip a coin. That'd be your answer. But if I had to say,
revenge game you said week 1 be a win for the Bears.
yeah.
Okay.
Being away, I think we lose. Yeah.
All right. I disagree. The Bears have recently done well in Minnesota. I think we do pull out the win
Not gonna lie. For
to improve to 5-5.
For the Minnesota Bears matchups, I think it depends on who plays and whose turf. And for me, because Bears home field advantage, amazing. Vikings home field advantage, amazing. I mean, when you play in both of those when you both play in Soldier Field and what's the stadium covered in Minnesota? I don't remember.
I think it's US Bank Stadium.
Yeah, whatever stadium's called. When you play over there, bro, you feel it.
Minnesota will get tough.
You feel the energy in both
that
stadiums.
Skull chant is
yes,
shivering.
so when you go to play, you're gonna get thrown off by the crowd noise. You're gonna get. I mean, yeah, things are gonna happen. So momentum's gonna change within the second. So I ain't gonna lie. I think it'll be a close loss for the Bears.
Okay,
fix
so
my
you're
posture,
at 7-3.
Yeah.
Marcos, I'm at 5-5. Ryan, you're at 6-4. Now we move to Mike Marshall, who is on this podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike. Pittsburgh Steelers in Chicago. Not quite sure who the quarterback is. Ryan.
Will Howard.
Yeah, if it's Will Howard, I saw a really funny post. It was saying Big Ten quarterback won the national championship, drafted in the 6th round. Who does that sound like? One slide's like Brady. The other slide is Will Howard. That's
Are you serious?
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Will Howard is
nowhere near.
No. If he's the quarterback, there's just no doubt we're winning. There's no doubt that we'll beat the Steelers if he's the quarterback. If he's not, if it's Mason Rudolph, we're gonna beat him even worse. If it's A-Rod, he's gonna. Oh God.
You think he's gonna pull it off?
Aaron Rodgers is
He's a Bears killer.
Yo, you got PTSD from Aaron Rodgers, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, so do you have it as a win?
Like I said, it depends on the quarterback situation, but yeah, it's a win. The
All right.
Steelers defense is old.
I will also keep it as I'll also do as a win too. Originally, I said it was gonna be a loss if Justin Fields played. I think he's gonna come in there hungry, and he would just somehow pull it off. It'd be an upset. But I just the
That
way
boy a jet now,
the
too.
the Steelers lost a lot. They got rid of Najee Harris, right? They got rid of Najee. They got rid of George Pickens. Went to the Cowboys. I think the Bears on paper they had the better roster. And I think they pulled off here to improve from me to 6-5.
My bad. Who are we playing now?
The Steelers.
Yeah.
BTA.
BTA, bro.
All right.
Like
8
defense, bro.
8-3. Wow.
This specifically is gonna be defensive BTA, bro. Their
Okay.
offense is not gonna create nothing. The offense won't even. The offense can like stay asleep on the sideline. They'll be okay, bro. Like defensive BTA, bro.
Okay.
Our defense is gonna kill them.
All right, and now this is not going to be Black
God.
Friday. They after Thanksgiving against the Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, we'll win this game.
Come-
No, I'm kidding. Of course not.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
Eagles gonna whoop us. Yeah, there's nothing to it. Eagles are just a far better team. I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to
Whoop.
make it back to the NFC Championship, maybe even repeat. But
they could repeat.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it
Unlikely.
either. It's in Philadelphia. I think this is the game we do get blown out. Or I think we go to 6-6.
I ain't gonna lie. This is BTA for the Eagles. No, yeah, I mean, we're getting whooped.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're all
Like, I don't think I need to express why we're getting whooped, but you know.
I don't know how the Eagles were so lucky. How did they get Jihad Campbell at 31?
Don't ask
That
me,
is
bro.
insane.
Like half the teams, y'all drafting method is weird, bro. I don't know how y'all draft. I don't know how y'all
Jihad Campbell
GMs.
falling to 31.
Yeah, bro. Y'all GMs need to get tested, bro. Y'all on something. I don't
All right,
know.
and then now I move over to Green Bay in Lambeau Field. This is where this does get a little bit tougher.
Caleb owns Lambeau.
Wow, that's a win.
That's a win. Yeah.
That is a
Packers,
win.
Packers, I
For
see,
you.
are the worst team in the NFC North.
We say it almost every year. Just remember that.
I didn't say it last year.
Yeah, we didn't say it
That's a-
last year. We
yeah.
said Minnesota last year.
Right.
Oh, we did say Minnesota. All right. I'm gonna keep us a loss. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think
You might be a
I'm
Packers fan, gang.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's
you
a
know,
Chicago kid. He's got no faith in the Bears.
Hold on.
It's just the Bears do us a lot, we're at the midpoint of the season. Yes, Caleb does own Lambeau Field. Could the Bears pull it off? Maybe. I just that crowd's gonna be wild in there. Lambeau Field, it's a very hard place to play in. It's like U.S. Bank Stadium. Yeah.
But the Packers suck. They have 2 wide receiver 2s and 3 wide receiver 3s.
They have Josh Jacobs.
They have Matthew
Okay.
Golden now, too.
And
So-
okay defense.
Another
You
wide
ain't worried about
receiver,
Matthew
too.
Golden? Matthew
No.
Golden's nice.
He's
Alright.
fast, so what?
All right. I mean, we got Luther, so we going rookie for rookie
All right.
receivers. on that
What do you
but,
have?
I mean, we ain't losing to Green Bay. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
We ain't losing.
Okay.
We ain't losing. We ain't losing to y'all no more, bro. We already beat y'all. That was my Super Bowl. We already beat y'all. That was my Super Bowl.
All right.
We beating y'all for the rest of the time now. It's over. We
right,
got a new
so-
identity, new everything.
All right, so Brian 8-5, I'm at 6-7. Marcos, you're at 9-4. We travel back to Chicago. It will be the 5 quarterbacks in the Cleveland Browns locker room versus the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna start with Marcos Martinez on my left.
The aura of Shador said, I'm playing. I ain't even gonna play BTA, bro. BTA. I ain't worried about
BTA
Cleveland.
once
Shador,
again.
hey Shador, you my guy, but I don't even think you're gonna be the starter this season. I ain't worried about them boys, gang.
All right, I'm gonna have to agree. I think the Bears pick up their 7th win of the year and improve to 7-7. And yes, I do think it'll be a BTA. I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, we're winning this game.
Okay. All right.
I can't name you a single playmaker
Who's our
on the
backup
team.
quarterback? I'm just curious. Tyler Bates
Let-
still?
yeah, Bates,
Let's just
yeah.
name the Browns quarterbacks: Deshaun Watson,
Deshaun
Joe
Watson.
Flacco, Kenny Pickett.
Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders.
Shador
Sanders.
Sanders. 5.
What are y'all doing in Cleveland, bro?
Are you really gonna bring 5 quarterbacks on a 53-man roster? Like,
What
all
are y'all doing?
Get rid of Deshaun because, but all the money though. Oh my god,
The money's disgusting.
The money is
they gotta
disgusting.
keep Deshaun. They have
they
to.
have to. But get rid of Pickett. So you just
Why ain't y'all don't need Kenny? What?
they quarterback swapped. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just got rid of him because
Okay.
I mean, but yeah, there's nothing to it. We're gonna win.
It's BTA season. We ain't worried about Cleveland. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, then we travel. Okay, I'm sorry, not travel. We stay in Chicago, and the Packers this time come to us. I'll start with Ryan.
I mean, we just beat them 2 weeks ago, so why not again?
Okay. I also
Same
agree.
reasoning.
I also agree. I think the Bears do beat the Packers in Soldier Field. I think it's just that time. I think we're at that stage where the Bears should beat the Packers in Soldier Field.
Yeah. And because it's in Soldier Field, this is BTA for us in Soldier Field.
Okay.
This is BTA
Come
now.
on.
Because the momentum we gonna have against Green Bay
11-4.
It's gonna be BTA for Green Bay now. I ain't worried about y'all no more.
11.
I ain't scared of Jordan Love. I ain't scared of Matthew Golden. We sleep on them boys.
You're not scared of Josh Jacobs?
No. What?
Oh my God.
I ain't scared about Josh.
A little bit, but like it's one guy.
I ain't gonna count. I'm a little bit scared of Josh Jacobs.
He's a great running back,
But not
it's one
BTA
guy.
it's BTA when you come to Chicago.
All right, and then we travel over to San Francisco, Sunday Night Football, and San Francisco had a very interesting offseason. They lost a lot. Ayuk gone, Samuel gone. They lost some of their defense. But this also could be a coin flip because we know what Christian McCaffrey can do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
I don't know how good Brock Purdy is without 5 Pro Bowlers on his team, but we'll have to see. Ayuk's presumably going to be back. McCaffrey, if he can stay healthy, is going to be good. Kittle is always there no matter what. Their O-line is about the same. Their defense, they did lose a lot on defense.
Who's their running back?
McCaffrey.
I'm just speaking. I'm not running back. One of the receivers, like
There's Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall. Other than that, Brandon Jennings,
Okay.
the purple hair. Honestly,
You mean Jawan Jennings?
yeah. Who's Brandon Jennings? Whatever.
Fuck the Milwaukee Bucks legend, Brandon Jennings.
Oh yeah,
you said Brandon Jennings. Shout out Bucks legend.
My fault. I lost my train of thought now. Honestly, the weather could be a factor. San Francisco's hot. We're in Chicago. We've been playing, like, majority of our games are away from the west and, like, down south. Other than, like, Dallas,
Yeah.
like, in, week 3. The weather could be a factor. I don't know how much it's going to affect Caleb specifically because he's obviously
USC.
a warm weather guy. This one I feel like can be closer than people will think.
Yeah.
But I really don't see the 49ers as a threat this year. And with this team we've been gathering, I don't think we can lose. I'm going to move us to 11-5.
11-5.
That seems absurd as a Bears fan. I feel like I'm going to be humbled so horribly this season.
Yeah, I'm probably y'all gonna probably make fun of me this season if it don't turn out the way it turned
I kept
out.
it real. Last year I said 14-3.
Yeah,
so-
last year I overestimated the Bears like crazy. My gosh.
I'm gonna agree with Ryan. I do think the Bears do beat the San Francisco 49ers. I think Brock Purdy is going to struggle this season, especially without those Pro Bowlers by his side. I think the defense is going to take a step down. What do you have?
I mean, I ain't worried about the 49ers. It's not BTA, but it's like, you know.
The 12 wins?
Like, I'll watch the game and expect they'll win throughout the whole thing. So
12 wins?
Yeah, 12
Okay,
wins.
12 wins for Marcos Martinez.
That sounds
And
insane. No,
and-
like, I'm probably going to get humbled so bad. I
and
ain't
to-
gonna lie.
That's the thing. We don't have any upsets planned. I feel like I should have planned for one upset because 11-7.
I kind of did with Dallas.
Yeah, you did. But me and
You did.
Marcos.
Yeah.
Me and Marcos got him over 10 wins.
Yeah, we got him over 10 wins. I got it.
All right, and then to end the year, this will be in Chicago against the Detroit Lions. I'm going to start with Ryan.
Detroit's been rolling for 17 straight weeks.
The last game of the season.
Yeah,
So
Detroit's been rolling for 17 weeks of football.
So you think
Dan Campbell's back to it. It's a loss. There's no way around it. Lions are still, even after losing so much, they're still one of the best teams in the NFC. If not, well, no, not the best. Sorry.
You want me to go? All right.
I also have as a loss too. I'm sorry, I forgot, but I think again, like I said for the first, Detroit just a better team. Dan Campbell, a phenomenal coach. I still think the Lions are still going to be a very good team. 12 wins for the Lions, but overall, I do think that they're going to sweep us again.
Yeah. Detroit, they're going to win the Super Bowl soon. I don't know when, but they're going to win the Super Bowl soon.
With Goff,
So,
you think they're going to win a Super Bowl?
that's the thing. That's the only thing that I think is holding them, holding him back is Jared Goff.
Bring Stafford back to Detroit, man. Come on. Bring him back.
Might as well.
Bring him home.
Might as well.
Win a bowl with Stafford.
that would be legendary.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be one of the best Super Bowls
40,
ever.
like 42-year-old Stafford back in Detroit wins it his first year and just retires. That's one of the best stories.
Yeah, that's one of the best rings in history in my
Yeah.
eyes. But yeah, Detroit gonna beat us. I ain't gonna lie. In our own house. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
All right. So, Brian 11-6, me 9-8, and Marco's 12-5.
Yeah. And I meant every single one of those BTA picks.
Okay.
And if you
Hey.
and I know I said BTA when the Packers come in Chicago, I still stand on that. It's BTA when
It
y'all
wouldn't
come
surprise
over
me.
here.
I just. All right, guys. We are back.
Yeah, man.
It's summer. I want to apologize for it. I'm sorry. I've been posting. I've been very busy with just some school and family stuff. But I'm glad to be back. I'm looking to do a Bulls podcast next week.
This got me so mad.
God. All right.
Y'all gonna see me in a
but-
bad mood with the Bulls. I ain't
All
gonna
right, yeah, I will be in I'll be in a jolly mood as usual. But before I went into the video, the White Sox Cubs crosstown series. Let's not go into it, but I just want to say, like, what are your predictions? A 3-game series. Ryan, what do you got?
You know, I'm a Southsider. I got the
Okay.
White Sox, game giveaway Hawaiian shirt on right now.
Looks great on you.
But thank you, I appreciate it. But I mean, the Cubs are rolling. Even though they haven't been good as of late, they're still a great team. We're gonna maybe take one. I'll give them one, but other than that, they're winning the other two.
I will agree. I think the White Sox do take one game out of the 3. Cubs have been a little bit inconsistent as of recent.
Yeah.
They are 7-6 in the month of May. Sox have been games.
Shout out the bullpen. You guys suck.
The Sox are 7-7 in the month of May. What do you have?
Shout out the Cubs bullpen. You guys suck. But yeah, we've been rolling, and I know I got a Sox set. I'm from the South Side, and I cheer for any team that's from Chicago. But as far as the crosstown series,
Wow.
I ain't worried about y'all. Cubs sweeping y'all.
Don't forget the
Sweet.
power of the Pope. Power of the Pope, man.
Yeah, y'all got the power of the Pope.
No,
yeah,
the Pope's gonna will us to a series win.
Nah,
I changed my mind. Sweep by the Sox.
Sweep, but nah, we sweeping y'all.
No,
North
Pope's
side.
gonna will us to
We
a win.
sweeping y'all. We sweeping y'all.
All right,
We sweeping y'all.
crosstown series will
Bring
begin.
out the brooms, Chicago. We sweeping y'all.
Yeah, bring out the brooms,
What's the
Chicago.
date?
We're
What's the
sweeping.
date? I just want to see what the
15.
We
15.
sweeping.
All right, crosstown series begins tomorrow, Friday the 17th.
Yeah.
What's
I'm sorry.
15 plus 1?
I'm sorry. I said 16th. I think this is 16th.
I know I'm messing with you.
15th. For crosstown series begins on the 15th.
15th is today.
I'm so sorry.
Tomorrow's the 16th. But
It's all right. I'm messing with you.
yeah, it's all good.
Crosstown begins on the 16th. It'll go 17th and 18th. Most series start on Friday. So
Yeah.
most
So-
weekend series.
But hey, man, it's great to be back.
It is great to be back.
I missed
Bust your balls,
y'all.
don't worry.
Miss
Yeah.
y'all.
No, I know.
Miss these guys. But we back. It's summertime. We're
It's
locking
summertime.
in. It's back. So yeah,
We're at 400.
and y'all go see my blood pressure rise because of these teams. So y'all enjoy.
All
that.
right. All right. We'll see you guys next one.
All right, bet.